Alright, so I just got done harvesting all my okra, and I had 5 different plants. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, yeah, 5 different plants. And I just wanted to kind of show you the differences between the different types of okra. You can tell I do label them, because just to be on the safe side. These are my buckets full. I had 55 plants total. So this is what I got just from my last harvest of the 55 plants. I think you have to have about 5 plants per person, per family member, in order to feed the family. I'm really the only one in the family who eats it, so of course I have more than plenty, but I sell at the local farmer's market too. But anyway, this is one of your more common ones. This is the emerald. The emerald have kind of a smoother texture. I'll show you the difference between the smoother versus non-smooth here in a moment. Then when these ones dry up, they dry up smooth too. This is my first year with the emerald. Very tasty okra. Like I said, it's the ones that's most common in the stores. I did have a couple try to cross-pollinate on me. You can kind of see a little bit of red on there. But I'm going to do things a little bit different next year. I wouldn't suggest putting all the different types of okra right next to each other. I would do separate rows versus what I did. Just a kind of a tidbit there. This comes in spineless, in case you can't read. With this one, it's not so smooth. Do you see the differences? It's more ridgy versus the smooth. Here's the emerald okra, smooth, and then the comes in spineless. I have found, of course, like I said before, I don't have gloves on. These do have spines. Even the spineless do have some spines on them. But I kind of sort of am used to it. I mean, they still hurt, but I just walk along, move on my day. But so that's why I don't have gloves on. I will tell you, one thing I have noticed whenever you go to pick them, if your hand goes in a downward direction, of course, I guess this is how it grows, so upward from how it grows, you're less likely to get poked by the spines than if you were to go the opposite way. When you go downward against it, that's whenever I typically get the most pokies. When it dries, this is what it looks like for the Clemson spineless. Versus again, here is the emerald, Clemson spineless, emerald. See the difference? All right, anyway, this is my red burgundy okra. Again, a pretty good one to eat. It is a little woody tasting. Not quite as bad as the purple okra. I'll get onto that one here in a moment. But the red burgundy, it's still good to eat. It's just a little bit different flavor than the regular emerald okra, what you're used to. Again, this one's not the smooth. This one's the ridgy when it dries. You can hear it maybe. It's like a maraca. My kids love helping me take the seeds out. So if you have kids, it is a great job for them to do, to get them involved and to make less work for you as the parent. Let's go ahead and move on to my purple okra. This is a one that is more of a rare type of okra. And it is shorter pods, and they are fatter pods, in case you can't already tell from the difference of them. We got, and then these ones are really, really spiny, so that's the purple okra. Like I said, they get much bigger around. Let's see if I can put them side by side here. They get a lot bigger around, not as long, but you have to pick them when they're pretty short still. I got some peppers in here that I had hanging out in the garden. I picked 2. So I'm going to get them out of there. So I can take them inside. I dehydrate them in the oven. But you don't want to eat them when they're that long. It's just the same like with any okra. Here's a dried version. Ouch. Pokey spine. Yeah, let's see, I'm trying to find a good, this is kind of a good size to get whenever they're, to eat them, because they're still squishy. kind of see how squishy it still is. When they start getting pretty hard to squish, they're hard to eat too. So they have a different texture, and most people don't like them in that texture from what I've discovered. This one is my Perkins Long pods. They're supposed to be Perkins Long red, but I don't think they look very red. So you can argue with me if you want, but sometimes surprises happen. I got this from Not Vegan Seeds, because that's where I get most of my seeds, but there was another one on Amazon that I got these from. There's a dry version, about the same. Again, not a smooth one. Only have that one that is kind of a smoother type. And then randomly, here my little peppers. They just came on last minute from, there's some serranos, some jalapenos. My pepper plants didn't really do much this year except for the one that I have inside the house, which is a jalapeno pepper. It did really well. It's going to be my year-round pepper plant, but I'm going to do some things different next year for the pepper plants. But just wanted to show you some of the differences between the types of okra. So